Let's go. Happy Thursday. And for those of you who aren't watching live, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Congratulations.
May be.
You have found your way over to Waaaay Offsides,
Lucky
the
you.
hottest, and I mean hot. Sorry, I can't keep going with the stick. Obviously, Chris is not with us tonight. He has been detained. Chris is in the Baldwin County Jail. I don't want to tell you why. Looking like he'll be out tomorrow. But y'all say,
However, we do have a substitute.
We do have a surprise
who
for you
is
tonight.
tagging in for Chris.
Yeah, you guys will like this one. Without further ado, well, we'll wait until we get the big thumbs up from backstage that this person's ready to go. They look ready to go. You see what I'm seeing, Jeff?
Special guest tonight.
Yeah, special
Give us
guest.
a thumbs up. Give him. He walked off.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess he's not ready.
And he's gone.
So
Maybe not.
we'll continue with live action.
So, welcome
up, Chad?
in. Welcome in. We're going to talk a ton of Alabama football tonight. What's up, Jay Money? Welcome in, bro. Happy to have you. Jay Walker, you already told you, man. Arturo Fuentes, as soon as this is over. Keith, what's going on? Jared, roll tide.
What up? What up, everyone? Roll tide. Roll tide.
We're going to be talking a few things tonight. We're going to be previewing some week 4 matchups. We're going to be looking ahead to the Georgia game. Probably going to talk some recruiting. And if you're new here, gosh knows what else we're going to get into. That's why the show is called Waaaay Offsides. Now, for those of you who have been around for a long time, you'll likely remember that at one point in time, we had a constant fourth member who liked to tell old man stories. On brand, he is fighting with a headset backstage. As soon as he's ready, we'll get him in here. But until then...
And he's walked off again.
Good Lord. Gosh,
All right.
So
anyway, there's no guest. We're just teasing.
Yeah, forget it, yeah. Until then, leave a big roll tide in the comment section and let me hear you loud and proud. Yes, sir. Beautimus. How's your week going, Jeff?
It's a good week. Busy week though, but I'm excited about getting on here, talking about some Tide stuff. It's a bye week. I hate bye weeks. They're necessary, but I can't stand them, man. It's a long 2 weeks between games.
No, I'm okay with it. We get
when
to
you're in
hate
football
watch.
mode.
We get to hate watch a really good game this week, I think.
And we will be doing
We'll have
that.
her back on soon. We'll have her back on.
Yes,
very
she
soon.
was a great guest. Forced pushing her dog around the room. That was pretty cool.
She's a Jedi.
She did. That was awesome. That was the best part of the show. I'm going to clip that and put it on social
media.
I
already did. I shared it on socials.
Oh, okay. How did I miss that? I see most of your stuff. How did I miss that one?
Come on, man.
I mean,
we got the thumbs up.
I
Are you ready?
knew them corded buds were coming in. I knew them 2003 Apple earphones would come in.
And
William,
you too.
we missed you.
You missed
Welcome
me.
back.
You missed me. I'm back. Yeah, it's
All
good
right.
to be back on terra firma.
Well, let me ask you.
Go ahead.
We're just going to jump right in, man. We know that
Tobias.
We know that you weren't privy to everything, but up until this point right now, what you've been able to kind of, digest. Where is Bill at on the Alabama Crimson Tide right now? Big fans in the chat, by the way.
Okay, so I'm gonna probably just go right off like my friend Legend did.
Oh God.
No, I think
that was an epic crash out, by the way.
That was an epic. Yeah,
he's a legend for a reason. That was awesome.
So the FSU game, we texted about this. It was no, the coaches weren't prepared. The players weren't prepared. Nobody adjusted the game plan. Seems like they woke up after that because they took care of business back to back. I think what I'm hoping is FSU is a wake-up call. But
certainly appears that way.
I have my concerns because there's 7 ranked opponents left on the schedule. It's going to be, thank you, Keith. It's good to be back. If I could figure out how to do my visuals, it'd look better than this.
We'll get you squared away.
That's
Jeff,
right.
House call soon.
I'm a couple blocks over. I'll come over there.
We'll get that worked out. Just don't get shot on the way. Welcome back to the Gump. So I just think the Tide, the past 2 weeks, that's what we expected week 1. What we saw, what happened at FSU, to me, I know it's 2 different opponents. It reminded me so much of the Vanderbilt and the Oklahoma game a year ago. And y'all know I was getting ready to go away on my trip at that point, so my focus wasn't good. But those were 2 games where Alabama underestimated the opponent and performed accordingly. And I blame the coaches for that, because it's their job to get these 18 to 22-year-olds prepared, and apparently the coaches, the game plan for Florida State, to me, baffles me. Is you have the ball for 8 minutes and 50 seconds, and you are imposing your will, and you abandon it. Just absolutely abandon it. That made no sense.
Explosives, haven't you heard?
Yeah, well, it's pretty explosive when you punch somebody in the nose, and FSU, yeah, they came back and scored. And no, Keith, I'm not dyeing my hair. I'm just a year older. And I got the hippie hair going right now.
It does look blonder now, man.
Well, yeah,
I got the hippie hair going.
I have been in the sun for 10 months.
You can see it on your face, man.
Yeah. So, that reminded me of Billy Napier's mismanagement at the end of the USF game. They were both similar. So you don't stick with what got you there and what you did well against Florida State. Billy Napier brain crapped himself against USF. They're up by they've got a winning score. They've got 2:50 left in the ball game, and you can just, as Nick Saban would say, squeeze the air out of the ball. And they decide to throw it a lot and make incompletions and give the ball right back to South Florida. Stupid play calling, stupid management. And for the Florida State game, I would say the same thing. I was the spread on the Louisiana Monroe game was 35. I would have, if I was a gambler, I would have touched that for anything, and everybody would have made money. What they did with Wisconsin was impressive, and it made Wisconsin look like the JV team of the Big Ten. I like this bye week, and I really like that Georgia pulled it out against Tennessee, so we're not playing mad Georgia.
No kidding,
Me too. I was rooting hard for Georgia in that game. I was getting too.
I hate Tennessee.
Pissed.
I mean, come on.
I don't like either one of them, but I needed Georgia to win that game.
Yeah, it's nice, and then Georgia's defense. Ugh.
The secondary, yeah.
They can
we're
be
going to talk about that.
That defense was. Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. There's some areas where I think Alabama's primed to take advantage of when it comes to Georgia. And there's some areas where Georgia's primed to take advantage of when it comes to Alabama. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But, Bill, here's my philosophy on – yeah, you're right, Jeff. Here's my philosophy.
Two opposite places. Take advantage of opposite places, but definitely take advantage. Go ahead, sorry.
Here's my philosophy on what you're saying, and I just want to get – stank finger.
It's back.
I just want to get your take on whether or not I'm right, or some people call it cope and this and that. I don't care what Kane Womack says. I don't think that Alabama's coaching staff was well prepared for FSU. I don't think they knew one, how to prepare, and then I don't think they knew how to react once they got popped in the mouth by Castellanos. And so it was kind of like a perfect storm. Unlike Vanderbilt, unlike Oklahoma, it's kind of everything that could go wrong for Alabama went wrong. Honestly, they should have never been down there playing that game in Tallahassee for the opener, in my opinion. But I don't know that that's unlike last year, I don't know that that's a reflection of how good this team actually is. We know it's the most talented roster in college football. That's a fact. we do know that there are some issues with this team that we're going to talk about in a little bit, on top of everything else. But, everybody that was watching Alabama come up into the season, Josh Pate, Emily, EG, when she was on, all these people that had access to the program were saying things about how good this team looked. And then they come out in week one and look like you called Wisconsin a JV team. Bama looked like a JV team in week one, right?
Right.
I don't think all of those people are wrong. I think that they saw something to say what they said. And maybe we're starting to see semblance. Like Wisconsin, it was a great measure of an opponent. They're a terrible offense, but they're a really, really good defense. Their run defense is probably the best run defense Alabama's going to play for a couple of more weeks until they get up into LSU, Auburn.
Yeah.
I think those are the only two run defenses right now that are better than Wisconsin's. FSU has a very good run defense. Alabama hasn't been able to run the ball unless it's against ULM. So I think we might be a little bit better off than people realize. But the thing for me is intensity. We saw it in the Wisconsin game, but it kind of lagged off towards the end. Once, everybody knew the game was in hand. Can they carry that over on the road? Because they looked terrible on the road last year. They looked terrible on the road in week one. The fan base doesn't have confidence that Kalen DeBoer can go win a big one on the road.
It's 2-5.
Well, he hasn't.
No.
The running game is. So I've been thinking about this because this is Alabama Nation. This is Bama Nation forever. Is always run the ball. Run the ball. That's all we want is to run the ball more. This is Grubb doesn't run the ball. He never has.
Run the ball.
We're wanting something that's not going to happen consistently because that's not what this offense is.
No.
Especially with Jaden Roberts not playing. Now, when he gets back in there and Michael Carroll and the two of them are over there, you may see a little more push, but we have no push on the line. So, and our explosiveness is in the passing game, and that's where Grubb thrives. And so we're going to run the ball some, but the 250-yard rushing games, just because we're just pounding the rock all night on the ground, those are not – I don't think those are ever going to happen in this offense.
That's not a
game because we're never going to run the ball that much. We're going to run it 15 to 20 times a game, and if something happens, great. If not, that is what it is.
Well,
but we're only going to run it 15, 20, 22 times a game.
Ryan Grubb
the weapons are in the pass game. The weapons are on the
Ryan
outside.
Grubb, Kalen DeBoer style. Right. It's so instead of doing toss sweeps and counters, we do wide screens. Yes. So we do a screen at the line of scrimmage, and that would have been the toss sweep. That would have been the counter or the sweep.
That touchdown to Ryan Williams, where all the linemen were down the field just paving the road.
That was one of the most beautiful, one of the most beautifully executed screens in the history of screen passes.
That was beautiful. If you get
and they all just
choke slam into safety,
just kind of moved out there like
Andre the Giant, 20 yards down the field. That's probably true.
They were all moving out there like South Park people. But
if you're an elite wide receiver, tight end, quarterback, you're all in.
But hold on.
There aren't elite programs for running backs like we had when Trent Richardson and Derrick Henry ran the ball. Those aren't there like they used to be. I wish they were, but this spread option, tell me the name of a running back that Urban Meyer had at Florida.
Percy Harvin.
Percy Harvin was a receiver, but he was used like a running back.
No, he's a receiver.
No, he was used,
but he
like
played everywhere. He played in the running back.
Well, that's probably why I'm saying
right.
that then.
So what you have in this system is your receivers have to function like running backs, and your running backs have to function like receivers. They've got to play dual roles, and it's the era of Trent Richardson and Derrick Henry. We don't have it now. Yeah. It'll go through phases because there's going to be a guy like that coming from Podunk High School that just destroys everybody like Derek and Trent used to do, and you've got to put him in the game. You've got to make the game work with him. But
I don't think if you get a guy like that, he's going to be playing defensive end in today's football.
Maybe.
Yeah,
so.
but I also think
hey, we're the same ones that used to say Bo Nix should have been a slot receiver coming out of high school.
I never said that.
I never said that either. But
no.
Should have been an Auburn.
To your point, and I disagree with you, Jeff, and I get that the chat's kind of – you're right. Assuming Alabama can't run the ball, that's going to have recruiting implications. But don't forget that Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb had a 1,000-yard rusher at Washington.
That doesn't mean that they leaned on the run, though.
Exactly. That was going to be what I was going to say.
Peppered it in and had a lot of open space in the Pac-10, and the guy had 1,300 yards. But that's not – we're not going to have a guy do that in the SEC in that way unless he's catching passes, in my opinion. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Colin.
No, I mean, what? Hold on. What is? So is NIL the issue with not having the running back?
No.
Yes and no. I would say for Alabama right now, no. They're going to land two. I mean, I think AK Deer from last year's class, he was probably as close as you could get to being a 5-star running back without being a 5-star running back. And then Xavier Crowell, who is a 5-star running back. So no, I don't think Alabama's going to have problems getting running back for a little while. Something else that you have to remember is we are entering the time where a lot of these kids who grew up Alabama fans watching Nick Saban and Alabama do what they did are now becoming old enough to commit and go to college somewhere. So Alabama's going to be able to ride for a little wave off of that, I think. But I don't know that NIL's playing too big of a role in the running back position.
The style of offense, I think.
Yeah, it'll be more the style of offense. And more offenses in the NFL are doing what Nick Saban, what Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer are trying to do. So it translates in some areas. It doesn't. I think they'll be okay with the running backs. Now I'll go ahead and tell you, you can go ahead and prepare to lose one or two when the portal opens this year. We're going to lose some running backs this year. It's going to happen. It's just the way it is. That room's too stacked.
Too stacked, and they don't run it enough to keep 5 running backs appeased. So I fully expect. But AK Deer's not like your traditional Alabama running back style. He's more of a Jahmyr Gibbs. He's more of the open space, smaller, shiftier guy, speed guy. So anyway, I just don't. Like I said, it's just not really that important. Now maybe he's going to have to shift if we comes clear that we can't win a game unless we're running it, 30, 40 times a game. But I just don't think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see 20 to 25 carries a game. Last couple games we've averaged, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of a different game, but that's what I think you'll see is 20 to 25 carries a game, if that.
Well, and if we're running 60 plays a game average, and 25 of it's running, that's not the worst.
I hope we're running more than 60 plays.
Yeah, we are. But
that means the other teams had the ball a lot.
Well, I'm not as concerned about the offense as the defense.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Hold on.
Because everybody else is doing this. Everybody else has got equal talent. We have to be able to punch them in the mouth and keep them from scoring.
Before we make that transition, because I agree with you, Bill, the other part of this running game that we're not talking about that I kind of wanted to talk about tonight is the offensive line. And Jeff, you hinted at it earlier with Michael Carroll and Jaden Roberts. But what the hype that I've heard coming up into the season about Alabama's offensive line, they're not even close to hitting that. Now, I think they'll get better as the season goes along. They did that last year. They were kind of plugging and playing guys. Some of it was due to injury. Some of it was due to try to figure out, who's going to work out the best. Kalen DeBoer said, I think it was today or yesterday after practice, that they're trying to find out who can be the most physical and who's going to be the best option for Alabama to be able to run the ball. Obviously, that starts in the trench on the offensive line.
Yes.
Do you think they can do it? Do you think there's changes that can be made for that offensive line to be as dominant as everybody made them sound?
Yes. I think the right side of the line is strong.
Love it.
Hey,
Pruitt's the savior.
no,
We just got to ride it out.
wish we could.
No, so
I think the right
this
side,
guy,
the left side is. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this guy, every time I post on X, it doesn't matter what I post. The first comment a lot of the times, and he's like, fire Kellen DeBoer, hire Glenn Schumann every time. It's like a running gag now. So it's just great to see him in the chat. It's hilarious.
Dude, Glenn Schumann.
I wish
Glenn
I-
Schumann could be some stuff.
We're going to go on and assume that's the real Reuben Foster.
Because Glenn Schumann likes to knock heads, and so did Reuben. And I like Glenn Schumann's philosophy on defense. Back to the offensive line. I think the left side is struggling, has been for 3 weeks. We know that. Getting everybody back healthy is going to be huge. They've got to learn to.
We're in trouble then.
They've got to learn how to slide and shift and pick up protection. Running backs have got to get involved in that, receivers and tight ends as well. I think they will get there. And do not forget, the Viking is in the shadows, ready to go in at any time.
You never trust a Viking. Never know where he's at.
Because they want to draw blood. That dude's huge. That dude is huge.
If Vandermark's been better than Roberts has barely played this year, so
Right.
I hope so. But
Gino is the Swiss Army knife. He is.
Well,
he's kind of like
really-
what's his face that was the center tackle guard when AJ was there. He's not that good.
I was about to say, you don't dare disrespect Barrett Jones by sticking Gino Vandermark in the same sentence.
What I'm saying is Gino is the Swiss Army knife, similar to he ain't Barrett Jones, but
Barrett can block people.
I think Gino's got the heart to do it.
Right, bingo. That's the problem. That's my whole point, right there.
They'll be fine.
If Gino's been the best option other than Roberts, then we're in trouble. If we can't get any better run blocking than that.
Well, I think there's a few things, and this is pure speculation. Okay, I think there's a few things. The reason Roberts isn't that guy right now. First of all, obviously we all know he had the concussion.
So he's playing catch up.
I think that impacted his playing time, but I think that there's some other stuff going on. Maybe it's conditioning stuff. I don't really know. All I know is I absolutely adore Jaden Roberts. I don't know if you guys have seen his Waffle House interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you're done here today, go watch that. It's over on my X account. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it was
great.
But see,
probably
this
the
is
most likable dude in the world.
This is fall practice for him, because he was out concussed. So he's out of, he's probably not in game shape because he didn't have a camp, didn't have 2 weeks of the season. So he's basically in week one, he's his last week of fall camp basically now. So it's going to take, Roberts a couple of, a little bit to get into game shape. You can be in shape, but you got to get out in game speed and game reps to really get grinding. But I'm hearing good things about Carroll too.
That's pure speculation. I don't know that for a fact. I know him and his mother are amazing people.
They're fun.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of Waffle House, next week I may have to join from a booth in the Waffle House on the Emerald Coast. Because
that's fine, man. Do what you got to do.
So I may be in a corner booth in the Waffle House.
Bill travels for a year, come home, travels 3 out of 4 weekends. He's back.
Dude, I've been traveling every weekend. I
actually have some news. I will not be available next Thursday night. And so
Thursday, the Georgia game, we're going to be down to just me. Awesome.
I'll be in a Waffle House and I'll be ready to throw hands.
I'll talk to. We'll get some. I'm sure somebody from the chat would love to fill in. Who in the chat?
I'm sure I can count on Chris to show up.
Tobias, can you? Tobias, can you help?
The only way we're letting Tobias on if he goes and buys new headphones by next Thursday.
You know what we should do? We should fire Chris and hire Glenn Schumann. That's it. There we go. Yeah,
hook it up.
We're covered. We're good. No worries. Ruben's got us.
Do it,
Ruben. Just come in with the ferocity you did against LSU.
I'm just going to talk about Schumann, though.
That's fine. Oh. Nobody listens to us anyway. Do your thing.
I know.
Oh, gosh.
Our views are down tonight. Nobody wants to talk about the bye week fix?
Everybody's watching the Dolphins get smoked.
Well,
by Josh Allen.
Boring.
Gosh. Does their coach just look like a junior high nerd or what?
Are you talking about Mike McDonald?
Yeah,
Yes.
Dolphins coach.
He would be careful, man. There's some hardcore Dolphins fans around.
don't
these
He looks as ridiculous. Did y'all see Kyler Murray walking into that game the other day in his pink sweater, furry pink sweater vest, and
the other thing,
and capri jean pants?
the
Did y'all see
Dolphins
that?
hurting.
If my quarterback shows up to a game looking like that, I'm cutting him immediately.
The Dolphins coach wears skinny pants with elastic around the ankles.
Yes.
Now, there's a word that describes that, but I can't say it.
He wears jogging
joggers.
pants. He
They're
wears
called
joggers during the games.
He's a happy fellow. I'll put it that way.
Bill, stop it.
He's like joggers.
Bill, stop it.
Is
Welcome
it
back,
pronounced-
Bill.
Is that a soft J or a hard J? Is it jogging?
So,
I can't
Larry,
get it
this is a great point.
I don't know if it's soft or hard, but we'll go with jogging.
We brought this
Yes.
up a
Yes,
year
Larry.
ago for 3
Yes.
years. We've
Times
been
1,000.
softer ever since Cochran left. We've been softer.
No strength.
Yeah, everybody.
Don't see any strength anywhere. We haven't had a defensive lineman drafted in the first 2 rounds in 5 years. When did
And
Freddie Roach
increased
get hired?
injuries.
5 years ago.
Increased injuries.
Well, the injuries are injuries, but not having any push or strength in football is a problem.
Yeah.
And it comes, we have all this sports science and all these facts and all this fancy stuff, and then we go out there and can't get a push on 3rd and 1.
Nope.
Like,
That-
okay.
That makes me angry. Everything they're doing at University of
And
West
it was
Alabama.
more than just weight training with Cochran. It was the whole package,
It was the mind.
It was the intensity. He just kept everybody, even the sideline during the games. We've sorely missed that since he's
So
been gone.
what did Coach Saban say in his first press conference? He said, "I want our opponents to say I hate playing these guys."
I'm not even.
Cochran took that message to the weight room and the sideline every stinking day, and I'm not feeling it.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
saying.
don't see. I'm with Larry. All the technology stuff hasn't.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't like the catapult bras?
No.
I mean, I like all the stuff. We get results, but it's like you're wearing all that stuff and then you can't block someone, or you're wearing all that stuff and you can't push a guy out of the way, so you're running back and get 3 yards and a first down.
I love what Ruben just posted.
Don't put it on the screen.
No, it's hilarious.
We have to be a little more careful with the comments. I have to go through and clean. I was doing some reading. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, just some points though. That physicality that we were used to from those Alabama offensive lines, it did start to fade and wane under Nick Saban. It's not like it's something that changed overnight when Nick Saban left and Kalen DeBoer became the head coach. Those last few offensive lines
started when
Nick Saban weren't
Cochran left.
It's the
Exactly.
portal.
Cochran left. That's the turning point. That's the point.
And I'm going to say this again for like the 3rd year in a row. The money is not the problem. It's the portal. And supposedly they're shutting down one of the 14 portal windows.
They are. The spring.
How could you?
window's gone.
Oh my God.
So
How could they do the right thing by only having one portal window and then picking the most asinine time frame to do it?
Right. It's the
how can you be
NCAA. They're stupid.
So right with one thing and immediately do something stupid.
Well, it's the NCAA. They didn't go after LSU for a gambling cheating head coach. They didn't go after UNC for a grade scandal. They didn't do any of the right things about anything, and they sit on their thumbs in Orify and they do nothing and then come out, look, we did something. No, they didn't.
Did they not look at the dang playoff schedule? Open the portal where there's still playoff games going? Why couldn't you wait like 10 days? Do it the day after the championship game for 10 days. Why does that have... Never mind. They did the right thing by only having one portal window, but they botched it by picking those dates. They should have waited until after the playoffs.
The NCAA is incompetent, impotent, and not going to work. It's stupid, and they do everything wrong except go after winners.
They just went after Wofford's basketball coach over something absolutely ridiculous.
Because it's convenient.
Desperate to be relevant.
It's convenient to make them look good.
He gave them a small amount of food or something like that. I haven't read the whole thing, but apparently it's got the internet kind of losing their crap right now, which they should. The NCAA is a laughing stock. So
guys are signing up for $12 million out of high school, and they're going to chase a guy down for giving somebody some food.
Right.
Yeah. I told you, man, they used to be crazy with that.
Jeremy
Hand out the ibuprofen.
Jeremy Pruitt said that one of the things he said a lot of things that I heard him say. He said
I said quite a bit.
He said one of the charges the NCAA came at him against was it was during COVID, and they brought everybody back to campus, and one of the team moms said, "I don't have enough money for gas to get home." So he opened his wallet, gave her $300, and said, "Get some food on as well on your way home." And he said, "I'm never going to hide the fact that I helped somebody get gas and food." And the NCAA went after him all the way on that one. And
they were crazy, man.
You know, and I mean, come on. That's what they got Galen Hall with at Florida back in the 80s. Is a player had a funeral, a death in the family, close family member, and didn't have money to get home. Galen Hall gave him the money for the plane ticket and some food money. And the guy went home for his family funeral and said, "I'll pay you back," et cetera, et cetera. And I mean, that's mercy, and that's the right human thing to do. Oh no, the NCAA is going to come get you for that one. Galen Hall had a good team.
Like I've told this story before, I'll tell it again. When I worked for the athletic department, I was on campus. I was also a master's student there, and I'll never forget. I was really close with Justin Fowler, and I was driving down University one day, and I saw him literally walking. It's pouring down rain, and I pulled over, and I'm like, "Hey man, get in the car. You know, I'll drive you where you need to go." And he's like, "I can't." I'm like, "What do you mean you can't?" He's like, "The NCAA." He's like, "You can't give me a ride. It's illegal." It's like, that is the stupidest thing. Like, absolutely crazy. What's up, Eric? Welcome in, buddy. How you doing?
Eric.
Happy Thursday. It's almost the weekend. So with the weekend comes no Alabama football this week.
That's because Fat Phil was eating them before they could hand them out. He was already eating them. That's why there was no evidence. They never could prove it because he ate them all.
And
the donuts too.
According to folks north of the state line, Jeremy Pruitt never had a problem with the NCAA until he met Fat Phil.
Yeah, imagine that.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
it's a good question. A good segue here. Is this a must-win for Alabama? No. Is this a you must be competitive on the road?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, if Alabama goes to Athens and drops this game, there's zero margin for error after that. I mean, zero.
Well, no, you're going to be your best
after that.
Your best record's 10-2 after that. And now, the Georgia game. All right, let's talk, because I've been gone. Let's talk about, what do you see as the tough ones on the schedule? Yes, it's a must be competitive on the road for Georgia. Then we have on the road. At home we got Tennessee and LSU.
We got Vandy at home.
Vandy at home.
Then South Carolina on the road. It's home away, home away, home away, the rest of the schedule.
Yeah, so it's South Carolina and Auburn and Missouri, isn't it?
Yeah.
On the road.
Those are the road games.
And Georgia. So
all losable.
Everybody's ranked. The rest of the schedule is ranked, except for that patsy before Auburn. And I said prior to today, I think, yeah, that's facts. They don't care about anything except how much money they can put. Exactly. NCAA is a mafia crime family. So I think Auburn's got a tough schedule. Everybody's got a tough schedule. Let's just say that. I think Auburn's probably still looking at 7-5, 8-4. Must win on the schedule. You must beat Vanderbilt. You must beat Oklahoma. Those are revenge games because you played like dog crap on the road. Missouri, you got to beat them. Carolina, who knows what they got. Lenora Sellers' Heisman campaign ain't looking so good. And then be competitive with Georgia. I want to see the streets of Lee County red at the end of November. And then the two games three games that have my attention are Georgia on the road, Tennessee, and LSU. LSU's got a great defense. Their offense is good. It is not Joe Burrow good, but they're gettable. They're good. They're gettable. Tennessee just I hate them. I lose sleep thinking about them. But so yeah, that's the 3 tough games I say we've got to. But I don't think 9-3 gets you in the playoffs. 10-2 can get you in the playoffs.
Depends on what happens across the landscape. But really
That's
quick,
true.
Bill, really quick. One of our newer Waaaay Offside members, Nick, Roll Tide Nick, I hope you are having a fantastic week. I hope everything's going well. A big elephant for Nick. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks for joining us, man.
Yes.
So
yes, sir.
Nick. But Cotton, Bill, don't we have another one that joined that we didn't get to shout out?
Maybe. Look.
Yes, we were going to shout out him at the beginning of this show because he.
Yes, dude. Yes, absolutely.
You took a picture of it or something.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that, man.
Yes, he joined like right as the show was going off the air. We didn't get a chance to shout out and.
Yeah, this was on like Monday, right?
Yeah, it was like right at the end of the show.
Okay, hold on. Let me find it. I took a picture of it. So that
I do remember you took a picture of it so we wouldn't forget his name. I was hoping our friend was his name Brad that was tying up with us last week.
Oh, I feel bad.
I feel bad because he dipped out on us. We were arguing with him and he dipped out on us, and I was.
Well, he started it.
He did start it, but I hated the way he left, so I was hoping he jumped back in tonight off chance.
Well, he's got a voice. He's allowed to say what he thinks, even if he's wrong. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes. Yeah. Just
it was a good banter, though. It was good. It was good.
That's what we want.
It was good banter. That's all.
I cannot find it, Jeff.
Well,
I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. Anyway, moving forward. Sorry, buddy. Let's talk about Alabama a little bit more. Let's turn to we talked a lot about the offense. Let's turn to the defensive side of the ball. I see some comments in the chat about Alabama's linebackers. Obviously, the defensive line is a big big area of concern for Alabama. Now, moving to the Georgia game that's coming up in a little over a week, the defensive line is going to be the story of the game for Alabama. Alabama will have to be able to stop the run. They're currently like 107th in the country in run defense. They're giving up a ton of yardage on the ground per game. Georgia's a top 30 rushing offense. They're not great through the air yet. I think they're better through the air than people realize. But Alabama's run defense has been sloppy at best. All right. Now, the most obvious thing is Bama likely will get Tim Keenan back for the Georgia game. That kind of seems to be a given. I don't know that Keenan's a definitive enough answer to stop Georgia's rushing attack.
He'll help, but he's not.
Yeah. And I'm worried about it. I really am worried about it. That's the one area.
What you've got to do with Georgia is what we didn't do with Florida State is gap integrity. And
I can't do it, though.
You've got to have gap integrity. There's going to be 6 gaps across the offensive line. I mean, 6 people have got to be assigned a gap, and they've got to stay there. And so
Bill's telling all the stuff they need to do, knowing that they don't do that stuff.
Exactly.
Well, you need to tackle the guy. Well, then we don't tackle him. Well, you really need to stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and then they run right past us.
You need to catch the ball.
You should probably fill a gap, and they run up the middle for 50 yards untouched, and it's like
the difference between Georgia and Florida State is Florida State does all that misdirection. Georgia is just old school football that we love to watch.
I think we're in better shape on the back end and the front end. So
So the back 5 can come downhill, where the front 6 can mess things up. The back 5 can come downhill.
Now they have played a little bit more downhill the last 2 weeks, a little better than week 1. Obviously, everything's been better than week 1. So,
but what happens? What happens if Georgia goes and drives the ball down their throat on an opening drive or a second possession or something like that, or the opening possession of the second half, and they literally just control the game on the ground? That I'm scared of that. I'm being honest. I'm really worried about that because I think if they really want to, they could do it. Because at a certain point, you're going to break these kids' will. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's where that makes me nervous. That comes to coaching, and the coaches have to get in there for the next 10 days and look, don't lose your mind in there. Do your job. Keep doing your job. Do your job. And it doesn't matter how many times somebody in front of you does their job. You do your job, and the coaches have got to do that and have them prepared for it. Something will go wrong. It's Mike Tyson's philosophy. Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face. Georgia's going to come out and punch you in the face.
That describes what happened in Tallahassee to a T.
Yeah. Now that's
squarely
on the coaches, because there's about 15 years of Gus Malzahn film to show you what they're going to do. And, there was no effort.
Florida State didn't surprise us, and then they just got steamrolled.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
did.
like, well, okay, then.
Well, then why didn't you
do it?
Yeah, exactly. Lance is right. Georgia's flawed. Their defense.
I would agree with that.
That Tennessee and Georgia had no defense in that game. I was shocked.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If Georgia goes down a 17-play, 80-yard drive, 9 minutes, and scores, we're just as likely to go 3 plays, 75 yards, and tie it.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that is we were just talking about Alabama's
problems.
offense and the issues with the offensive line. Georgia's got the best pass rush we're going to play so far. So who's more likely to make a couple of plays to stall out an offense? Us if we can't stop their run, or them with their pass rush?
I don't think their pass rush is going to get to him. Ty doesn't hold the ball that long. Jalen hold it for 11 seconds and then fumble. Ty is in and out, man. Ty ain't standing around long enough to get sacked.
No.
They're gonna cause some. I'm not saying they're not going to be a factor. They may cause some pressure, but Ty is much. I don't want to say smarter than Jalen. He's a much better pocket awareness as a quarterback, and he's getting the ball out quick, slants, or he gets out of there.
Ty has eyes in the back of his head.
He's got very, very quick motor. He's got a timer in his head, like you said, and he gets it out or he's on the move.
Yeah. And Eric, he's got good feet.
Yeah. I understand why you're saying this, but don't get suckered into that narrative completely.
No.
That one touchdown pass he threw.
If we get suckered into this, he's going to burn us.
Was beautiful. He can throw the ball. He's not consistent. He's very much a Jalen Milroe-esque quarterback. That's what we've been saying, Joseph. You're talking about Michael Carroll. Yeah. But don't get suckered into the narrative that he's not he can't make the throws. Now, if you're comparing units, Alabama clearly has the better quarterback, the better wide receiving room. But there's other factors that are gonna potentially impact Ty's ability to get the ball out. They had that same edge down in Tallahassee. The biggest X factor in this game is, can Alabama be poised on the road in a night game in Athens?
Absolutely agree. Especially like you said, Cotton. If they go down and score first, long drive and go up 7-0. DeBoer under the road has not responded in the white unis, and it's a shame because those are the best looking uniforms in all of sports. I'll die on that hill. But we look like trash in those white unis the last 2 years, and it's depressing. Yeah. So we've got to be able to answer. Like if they go down, Georgia's going to score. We're not going to shut them out. So when they score, and they will, what's the answer going to be on the road? If this is at home, I'm not worried about it at home. But road games for Debo have been a Jekyll and Hyde performances.
Yeah,
it's between home and the road.
This is a good point about Tobias. And what got me about this too, Tobias, is that they immediately acknowledged it. Before he even got off the field, Kalen DeBoer said something about how they finished. Ryan Williams talked about it in post-game pressers. So hopefully it's something that they're taking serious. Now,
the defense was pissed they gave up that second touchdown.
Well, they should be. They were
it was garbage. Livid.
I hate those kind of touchdowns. God, unless I'm playing fantasy.
That's a great way to sum it up.
That's the best point right there. Let's be more concerned about us.
The road game just terrifies me more than us, getting run down by Georgia. There's not that big of a gap between us and Georgia.
No,
on either way. So
I do think somebody mentioned Brock Bowers and Ladd McConkey in the chat. They don't have
right though. Bowers is the X factor.
They don't have Brock Bowers. They don't have Ladd McConkey. They don't have Hunter Renfrow. They don't have those X factors that have been the Achilles. They're a very good team, but
I'm with you, J-Bake.
We've got better receivers. We've got a better quarterback. can we win the trenches? In football, I don't care if you're playing Mighty Might football or NFL football, always comes back to run the ball, stop the run. You've got to win the trenches. Are we going to do it?
I don't believe we can win them on the defensive line, not in this scheme.
Well,
Yeah,
you know what? Maybe the team's listening tonight because they need to hear it.
I hope so. But like I said earlier in a video I did earlier today, I don't have any faith in it because I haven't seen it yet. It's not a knock against anybody on the team.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where I'm not going to buy into it until I see it happen now. Can they do it? On paper, they should be able to do it. But, they just haven't been able. They just haven't been able to do it. So, sorry.
I mean, 2-5 on the road. That's preposterous.
Yeah.
Road games are tough, but you can't be 2-5.
SEC
or 2-6
road games are very difficult, and it's this one's going to be. We've got all I ever want to see is a win from Alabama, but if it's a one score and the clock ran out and nobody could get it in, that's respectable rather than what happened at Florida State. If I see that again,
I don't think you're going to see that again. I think that's.
I'm going to drive. I'm going to drive with Ruben up to Georgia and go get Glenn Schumann myself.
I'm not saying we're not going to lose another game. I'm just saying you're not going to see a performance like that. That was I think the worst you'll ever see us under DeBoer was that game.
Yeah, Nick, they've already kind of addressed this. Nobody's really talked about it, but they basically said that there's going to be a I forgot the word that they used, but basically they're going to ease these starters back into those starting positions. I would imagine that applies very heavily to Jam Miller. So I would not expect him to get a full load against Georgia. I mean, he's, if he comes out and he's popping, then they're going to stick with him. But I wouldn't expect.
So
you're going to see a lot of the same just because of the scheme. It's one running play, shotgun handoff. It's the same running play. Whatever we run, it's that same handoff, shotgun handoff. And so I think you'll just see the same runs with Jam. And
did Jam break his collarbone or have it had that surgery?
Fractured or something. I don't think it was a full break.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, him coming back this early I was kind of like, but
dude, broken bones are slow to heal. Trust me.
It'll be nice having Jam back, but I just don't think the scheme and the plays are gonna suddenly. He's gonna go for 22 carries, 170 yards. I don't think you're gonna.
No, because I don't know that it's the running backs that are the problem. Now I went back and watched that FSU game. Richard Young missed a ton of holes. He kept bouncing stuff outside when he had holes to run through. I think right now, in terms of the best, like Kevin Riley, obviously is probably the best weapon Alabama has in the backfield. He's the most consistent.
Hard to argue.
You can make a case for AK Deer, but he's usually
AK Deer is going to be amazing. We said that when he was recruited.
But right now, I think Riley's seems to be the purest runner. Watching him run is
it's beautiful.
Like watching a painting getting painted. I mean, that guy's just so slick and so smooth.
And I'm not talking about
through the holes and exploding through the holes. What little ones there have been, or even the small creases that he slipped through there and exploded. So he caught that ball that last week and took a shot.
Yeah, he did. Yep. I tell you what, Alabama loves that
wheel
route. They love that wheel route to the running back, don't they?
Hey, wheel routes are fun.
Now Jam to eat on that wheel route. If Ty can throw that wheel route like Jalen did last year on that pass,
that's the best throw I've seen Jalen Milroe make ever.
In his life. I've never seen. Yeah. You're right. That's one of the best throws I've ever seen. Period.
Yeah, that was
let alone from 4.
Just boop, gone.
Something else Alabama's gonna have to remind themselves is that whether you like Georgia, like Kirby Smart or not, they are the best second half team in the country. They have been for the past couple of years. Kirby Smart, there's nobody in college football better at him than halftime adjustments. This coaching staff cannot take their foot off the gas in the second half of this. No. I don't think they're going to be in a position where they can't personally, but just to I thought that last year too, and we all know what happened in the first half of that game. They absolutely cannot take their foot off the gas.
That's right.
Well, you said it. Kirby's a master, and he learned from the best. Saban was a master at making one little change, one little tweak, like that that championship game when Bowers killed us in the first half, and then we made that one little adjustment, and did something with the safeties and took him completely out of the game, and we won that game, that Jalen Milroe game. So
yes, 4th and 31
was a beautiful pass.
That was a pretty pass.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from that, but if that wheel route touchdown to Jam Miller against Georgia, that was one of the tightest windows I've ever seen somebody throw into. It was just absolutely
right
insane.
through the shoulder into the hands.
I mean, Jam never even had to look at it.
No,
the ball just hit him while his arms were running. The ball just landed right in his arm. It was nice.
Beautiful, man. It was
beautiful. 4th and 31. I remember that because if I'd been sitting on a piece of coal, I'd have made a diamond, because that was a tense time.
So
it took me about 3 seconds to realize what you said. I was like, oh.
So Jay Money, he can't. It won't be hard to be better than last year. Averaged 3 yards a carry last year.
Yeah,
so
he wasn't great.
He can be better. You can almost fall backwards better than what he was last year. So
Jam has the heart and skill set to be better. I just hope he's not coming in. Nick's right. We get 100 yards on the ground, we win. I just hope we don't put Jam in a position to re-injure that shoulder when we need him late in the season.
Yeah. Now we're going to need him. Like I'm saying, I'm not saying he's not going to help. Y'all hear me wrong. Yeah. He's going to help, but plugging him in is not going to suddenly turn us into the 2015 running game.
No, that's going to be up front when the offensive line gets their act together. They've got to get their.
I wonder how long before. I wonder if Huff's really enjoying being a tight ends coach for the Rams.
Bro, please come on. Say it louder. Please say it louder. I'm with you on that. Why not, man? Why not? He looks the smoothest.
I love AK.
He's the smoothest runner back there. He looks like he's got the most instinct. Now, you got to worry about him. If Alabama's going to go hurry up or something like that, you got to worry about him in pass pro. But why not? Why not give him some totes and see what happens, man?
Yeah, get the ball in his hand. In any way, you have to do it. Like Bill was saying, the reverse was one of the most beautiful executed plays that bubble screen to Ryan Williams, one of the most beautifully executed plays we've ever seen. For everything to have to work right for that play to set up, and everything went right, and it is a thing of beauty.
I believe Crimson. We'll have how about them dogs on?
Get them in some positions like that. Yes.
To kind of talk more, like to go a little more in depth from their perspective about the game. This would be a great question to ask. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think they're as dinged up.
I'll write that down.
Yeah, really good question. So with that lull in the action, there are 217 of you watching right now. A bunch of you are watching over on X. Thank you for hanging out with us. There are tons of shows you could be watching this Thursday night, and we thank you for choosing Waaaay Offsides. Please, if you haven't yet, please go over to YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a big old thumbs up on this video because it helps the algorithm. And when you help the algorithm, you help us. When you help us, we help you. You get it? With that being said, it is time for hot takes, gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
Arst thou ready?
Let's get it.
All right. It's beautiful every time. All right. Hot takes brought to you by University Traditions. Spend my dollar. I got it on right now. I'm rocking it backwards. But if you want to pre-order yours, you can go over to University Traditions.
That's the way to help the sponsor.
Well, sorry. I usually wear my
the logo.
So it's right there. It's on the screen. Thanks, guys. Anyway, hot takes. I got a hot take for you. Are you guys ready for this?
Do you?
I do. Right now, as of right now today, chat, leave your hot take in the chat. Your hot take. It doesn't have to be about Alabama. Mine's not.
No,
Albert. Right now, the overall best team in the SEC is Oklahoma. That's one. Nobody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about LSU. I think LSU is solid, but we're hanging our hat on a Florida victory in Death Valley and the fact that they beat now a 2-loss Clemson team who just lost to Georgia Tech. a much improved Georgia Tech
legit.
still. But Oklahoma, after
That
this
quarterback
weekend,
is legit.
John Mateer is legit. After
That
this
guy's
weekend,
a problem.
people
Yes,
will
sir.
be talking about Oklahoma's and national championships in the same sentence again after this weekend, I think. Foreshadowing to picks, absolutely. The other one I have, the SEC's right now, as of today, the SEC's best shot at a Heisman Trophy in 2025 is Diego Pavia. It is. It is.
After week 3, yes.
Yeah, that's what I said right now. I said it right now.
yes.
Relax. I don't like him either.
I don't think he'll be there at the end, but right
No.
now it's hard to argue that.
Today is.
It's hard to argue that.
There it is.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, we get him at home, so that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
That does make me feel a little bit better.
So funny. Maybe
That's
it's real.
$5 on Glenn Schumann.
Is Glenn Schumann the defensive coordinator at Georgia? Is that where he is?
Yeah.
The one that Tennessee just threw all over the field, went up and down the field all night, hung
Yeah,
45 points on? That's the
They had
guy
an off day. They had an off day.
that's the guy that he's salivating over? Just making sure that we're
Look,
talking about the
man.
same Schumann.
I'm telling y'all, man, this Vanderbilt team, bro. This Vanderbilt team's legit, man. This is a good football team. And
Bobby Hill and his 5 chins schooled Schumann.
he's
That's
still
the guy we
talking
want.
about Josh Heupel.
That's
That's my
making sure.
post.
By the way,
Bobby-
King of the Hill's back with an older Bobby Hill. Looks
Weird.
just like Heupel. Like
It's so weird.
oh
Bobby,
my gosh.
Get a C in English. You speak English, boy.
Damn it, Bobby.
So, all right, Jeff, what's your hot take today?
Well, it's not really a hot take, but Huff will be the offensive line coach next year.
Ooh,
Okay, I like
yeah,
that.
I like that. That's music to my ears.
Yeah,
And Kane will
That's-
not be the DC.
That's my hot take for next week because
Got it.
that's coming. I
That's
think
mine
he
for after
will
the
not.
Georgia game.
I'm completely in agreement.
yeah.
If Debo
Coach,
keeps him around Mike Tomlin style, then we're in trouble.
yeah, Coach Swarm is more like Coach like Buzz. It ain't much swarm there. So my hot take is Miami's going to smoke Florida this weekend, and Billy's gone. And Billy Napier is such a good guy, but damn,
I
he's
feel like we had this exact same conversation around this time last year with Florida.
and then he
Billy
won
Napier.
out the season.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's mirroring what happened last season.
Yeah.
That's
A
not
lot.
really a hot take. That's just kind of a flip the pancake take. Hot take, I would go with around the world. Penn State's going to lose 2 to 3 games.
See,
Well,
I
they're
think
going to
that's
lose
be Texas.
1-2, definitely. Ohio State and what's the other big game? Michigan?
Yeah,
Larry.
they're going to lose 2 to 3. Hey, Larry.
Pop it up on the
Getting
screen,
there.
Jeff.
I think,
getting there.
Hold on,
Penn State's overratedness is going to show up. Notre Dame's going to lose at least one more and stay ranked in the top 12.
Nice. Hey, looks like we got a new member, Jeff. Is that right?
Tis.
Pop him up on the screen so everybody can see him.
Who is
Oh,
it?
hang on. I thought you wanted me to do the applause.
Well,
Let me get back to comments.
We switched jobs.
Hey.
There he is, Larry Snow.
Hey,
Thank you,
Oh,
Larry. Like the pom-poms.
nice fro you got there, bud.
It's good stuff, man. I love it. Welcome in, Larry. Thanks for being part of the Waaaay Offsides family, man. We're happy to have you. And we will,
Happy.
sir. We absolutely will keep up the good work for people like you. All right.
Thank
Jay
you,
Luddy's
Larry.
got a good take here.
What?
Texas going 8
see that.
is very realistic.
I've been
There's
saying
Randy
that for
in the
months.
chat.
Say what?
So there's
Jay
Randy
Money.
in the chat.
Is saying Texas goes 8 and 4.
I'm agreeing with that. Texas definitely going
There he
8-4. What's up, Randy?
Randy, do us a
Randy.
favor. We had some questions about injuries for Georgia going into the Alabama-Georgia game next week's when you're going to be on. Can you bring some of that info for us, sir? I'm sure he's going to be like, ruff.
Huh?
Just
Like,
don't
what?
bark.
We're going to
Look,
have to pre-record with him, but yeah, he's going to
That's
be.
fine.
on
Look,
next
I
week.
went and got, because of Randy's dog, that he uses when he does his podcast, like that resonated with me. That's why I went and got the elephant in that one noise. I was like, I got to do that too. That's a great idea.
Damn you, Randy. Oh, Randy.
Oh, Randy, look at the beast.
So your fault we have to hear that elephant noise.
Thank you, Ruben.
Deal with it.
Well, how long is Pruitt's show cause? When is that up?
2 more years.
2 more years?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're doing something that's legal now.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
No, he did what Phil told him to do, and then Phil sold him out and walked away clean.
Bingo.
That's what happened.
Pruitt, maybe it's 1 more year, but it's wasn't it a 3-year show cause?
That was 3 or 4.
And then he's in the 2nd year of it because it came out last year.
Spam it.
Spam it. Hey, J Money, that was my hot take at the beginning of the season when South Carolina was going to lose 5 games.
Yeah,
that was my opening season.
Right. We were all high on South Carolina, and you were like, y'all need to pump the brakes a little bit. And you were absolutely right.
Now, losing Sellers certainly helped my cause because he's clearly the only thing they got. So if he goes down, they're out. So however long he's going to be dinged up for, they're losing. That's not their only loss.
Yeah.
I think it was a concussion.
How many of he got concussed. So how many of these preseason Heisman takes candidates are just dropping like lead?
They were all
preseason is stupid.
Yeah, I hate preseason polls. I hate preseason predictions, and I really hate preseason football.
Arch Manning had nowhere to go but down.
Hey, I said it, man.
You're right.
I said it.
You know what?
Like, I don't get the hype between.
You know what? He never should have played. He was already the number 1 pick and didn't even have to play this year. He was already going to be the number 1 pick, and now he's careening down.
Yep.
To round by round every week. If he should have he should have just gone to the draft. He shouldn't have even played this year. He should have just sat out this year, and he was going to be the number 1 pick. He was already going to be the number 1 pick. He didn't have to play this year.
Same with Shedeur last year.
Agreed, Lance. It's not his fault, but there's so much of it. He could have just not played, and he was already the top pick. He had nowhere to go but down.
You know, in my away status, I kept up here and there with some things, but I did hear specifically that amazing wizard of football, Paul Feinbaum, say that, Arch Manning's definitely going to win the Heisman.
He's already got egg on his face now after.
He's admitted it.
He said that he was the best thing in the SEC since Tim Tebow.
The best quarterback best quarterback.
That is what he said.
I mean, ridiculous.
And he just
Thank
ridiculous.
You, Tobias. That was my whole point. That was my whole point at the beginning of the season was they were a year away.
I love the Schumann stuff.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
Newborn's first word is going to be after the Georgia coach. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we are an hour and 5 minutes into the show. I think we need to make some picks. We do have football going on this season.
Noid. Keith Sardi and Michael's Christmas list after that.
Yes. Yeah. You will get a Christmas card.
Yes. And an invitation to the
me
Christmas
with Paul
party.
Feinbaum in a headlock giving him a noogie.
Like this right here.
Keith, you can actually
you too,
come over
Jay.
to his house.
Yeah.
Paul is just voice. That's all he is.
Let's go ahead and start taking a peek at college football games. Coming off of an embarrassing loss in which Dabo Sweeney threw an absolute freaking fit afterwards. Pretty much told everybody associated with Clemson, if you don't like winning, I'll leave and go play somewhere else.
I'm only 55. I'm a man. I'm 55.
Clemson will be hosting.
I'm a man.
The Orange of Syracuse.
Mike Gundy 2.0.
At 11 a.m.
I'm 40. I'm a man.
Get it. At 11 a.m. on Saturday the 20th, Clemson's a 17.5-point favorite. I think they win this game big and cover.
Yes, Clemson wins.
Yes, I think Clemson's going to win. Sorry, just making me laugh.
It's good. As
That's
much
what I'm going to do. Hey, Ruby, when the show's over, I'm going to pour me some brown liquor, and I'm going to think about Glenn Schumann.
He's going to be sitting there going, you know what?
I'll be like, that damn Ruben was right.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 2 a.m. Jeff's just gonna wake up in a cold sweat and go, "Oh my gosh, he's right."
That son of a bitch was right.
I've got a Glenn Schumann Coke stand up in the corner of my den. I'm gonna go sit by it for the rest of the night.
You should.
Bill's humping it on the couch.
He's
Whoa,
he's holding the Coke like this.
You.
All right, chat. Who's winning this one? Syracuse.
I got Clemson.
Who you got? We're all going with Clemson.
Yeah, it's Clemson.
Definitely
Clemson.
We'll give chat a couple seconds to answer since there's a delay. Y'all still on Paul Feinbaum, bro. I've made our chat absolutely detest.
Keith, I think you're
Feinbaum.
right. I think
love
she
it.
has and does.
It's hysterical to me.
Syracuse, Clemson. He's at Syracuse in the points. Oh, gotcha.
Oh, they're going to cover. Yeah. Now
Yeah,
I
was
can
like,
see them
"Woo."
covering. I don't think they're
Yeah,
going to win.
yeah,
They may
yeah.
cover.
Yeah, they may cover, but they're not.
They may cover.
And I love Clemson's intensity. I mean, Syracuse's intensity. Syracuse's coach is a good guy, but yeah, give me Clemson.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Let's move to the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. At the same time, we'll go over to Utah and take on the Utes. Utah is a 3.5-point favorite. Texas Tech recruiting in 2027 is absolutely redonkulous. Obviously, we know why. Lots of oil money. Texas Tech is by far going to finish with the number 1 class in 2027 if things stay the same. Yeah, give me the Utes, man.
Yeah, I'm going with the Utes at home.
Texas Tech, Red Raiders. Interesting fact.
Straight up or against this? Well, I guess straight
Just
up.
straight up. So interesting factoid here. Nick Saban is, tapped by the president to be the head of this commission to study the future of college sports. And the co-chairman of that is a Texas Tech oil millionaire.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah. Give me Tech.
All right.
Tech's doing what Oklahoma State should be doing. Spending that money.
Absolutely.
All
Jeff,
beer.
you took Tech or Utah?
No, I took the Utes.
Yeah, give me the Utes, man. Texas Tech is still 2 years removed from being good. 2 years.
Yeah.
All right. Getting into the big ones. I'm just kidding. It's Purdue at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is basically a 26-point favorite. This is a 2:30 game. I don't care who wins this game, to be honest.
Irish.
Yeah, this is
Notre
Notre
Dame
Dame. Notre Dame wins.
Yeah, in my mind, Notre Dame could win the rest of their schedule, and they shouldn't be in the playoff, but they'll win this football game.
They will.
Notre Dame.
Did y'all see what the referees were doing in the Notre Dame game last week? Trying to slow it down.
No.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it was the A&M Notre Dame game, and the referees were, we got to look out for the gold helmets, and whatever. Notre Dame wins.
Bill, you hate Notre Dame.
They're not going to beat Purdue, though.
I hate them almost as much as Tennessee. Well, it's equal.
What? Why though?
All right, it goes back to I am the elder statesman here.
Oh, why, Cotton? Why?
Prior to 1987, you could only get your team's games on national TV, and you only had 3 national networks back then. There was no ESPN. Was
you lost the entire chat when you said prior to 1987. They all
but
went to watch the
Dame
NFL game.
Notre Dame was on NBC 11 weeks out of the year, and they weren't that good. But Alabama, Tennessee, Auburn, LSU, Ole Miss, anything you wanted to watch wasn't on TV but 2 or 3 times a year. That's number one. Number two, there are 3 national championships that Notre Dame got in votes over Alabama just because of the helmet. And then they're just Notre Dame, so screw them.
I remember when this was all orange groves.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So we all took the Irish.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. All right, moving on. Sorry, Jeff.
Whoops, sorry.
A good one. Yeah, you're good. A good one. Well, what they think will be a good one is the Auburn Tigers will travel over to Norman, where they roll their joints all wrong. If you know what I'm talking about, that's a song. and take on the Oklahoma Sooners. John Mateer, the team we were just talking about during our hot take segment, brought to you by University Traditions. Oklahoma's a 6.5-point favorite. Now, here's the thing about this game is Auburn looks decent, but they look decent on the ground. They do have some really good wide receivers. I'm not convinced Jackson Arnold can throw to them. There will be that X factor, Jackson Arnold going back home, having something to prove. I think Oklahoma beats them handily.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes. They cover. They win. Boomer.
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma's going to win, but it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be I don't think they're going to cover.
I think this is a game where their coach, I forget his name. What's his name? The defensive
Venables.
Brent Venables has got to make a statement. I got a better quarterback by letting that guy go, and I'm going to show you I did. So, yeah, maybe a 10-point game, maybe a 7-point game. But
Careful, Caleb. You're about to take some strays.
You're about to get Ruben.
You're about to get Rubened. I've already been Rubened once this show. You're about to get Rubened.
So everybody's going with Oklahoma here.
Yeah. I have Oklahoma in a close one, but yes, I just struggle with this just because I don't know, but I think Oklahoma. If this game was in Jordan Hare, I would go the other way. So I think being in Norman.
I would not. I'm confident in Oklahoma this year, man.
I hope you're right.
It's a good football team.
I would love it. I would be happy with that. But
I think this game
is going to be a close game.
This game's going to reveal.
Yes.
Of the two, these are 2 3-0 teams. Who's a contender? Who's a pretender?
I agree with you. I agree. There's a lot of things where Auburn is stacking up statistically, looking really good, especially defensively.
But they have a bad backfield.
Well, they've yet to play a decent offense.
That's right.
Baylor was as good as they played, and they're like a top. I mean, they're like 90th overall in the country. So, give me Oklahoma.
I don't know how good Oklahoma's defense is. You know, Jackson Arnold has been a plant your foot, look once, take off through 3 games. So that's what he did to us, and he killed us. So how good is Oklahoma's defense? Can they contain the running quarterback? If they can contain his running, then I think they can.
They've looked solid so far, but this will probably be the best offense they play as well so far.
Yeah.
And Auburn's got good receivers, so I think it'll be Oklahoma in a close one. But if they blew Auburn out, I wouldn't come on here being upset.
Yeah, Mateer's legit.
Yes, he's legit. He's going to be a problem when they come to Tuscaloosa. He's going to be a problem.
Yep. All right, moving on over to the Big Ten.
OU for Randy. He's taking Randy. Randy's taking OU too.
Okay. You've got Michigan headed over to the cornfields of Nebraska. Michigan is favored by 2.5 points. I think little Patty Mahomes gets the job done at home. I'm taking Nebraska over Michigan in this game. It's my first upset of the weekend. I think Nebraska beats Michigan, and we can stop talking about the Wolverines at all the rest of the season.
Agreed. This might be one of the 3 games that their head coach has to sit out.
It is. I think it is.
I think that's why they're going to win.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. I think Nebraska's got
addition by
so much improvement. They're finally spending money. They're finally building a roster.
I really like Matt Rule too, man. I like
and Matt's going to do well there. He's already shown something that hasn't been shown in a long time.
I couldn't do it. I'm with Randy. I took Michigan.
That's fair.
Nebraska.
I thought about it. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Yeah, now Nebraska won. I'd like Nebraska to be relevant again. You know, Bill talks about old times. I'm old enough to remember when Nebraska was a powerhouse in the 90s, and college football is better when Nebraska is relevant. So I would like to see Nebraska become relevant again.
They owned the mid 90s, and this pains me to say it.
Nebraska players all in the NFL. Go ahead, Bill. Yeah. Sorry.
It pains me to say this.
Thank you, Randy.
College football is better when Florida State's good.
Yes.
And
agreed.
I don't care about Miami.
It's better when the big dogs are good, man. When the big boys are good.
Yep.
And Auburn, it's better.
And Florida State's good this year. That's a good football team.
Auburn's competitive. It's good.
It's good. It's yes. I agree.
All right, let's move back in conference.
This is a tough one.
Coming off of a heartbreaking loss to Vanderbilt, not just a loss, they beat down 31-7.
Yeah.
South Carolina looks to bounce back on the road against a Missouri team who is quietly doing work. This Missouri team's not terrible. They're going to upset some people, but Missouri right now is favored by 10.5 points. That is probably because Lenore Sellers is not going to play, I don't think.
I'm about to say, we'll know if he's playing if that number goes down to 2.5 in a couple days.
But I seriously doubt he's going to play. Give me Mizzou here.
Easy, Ruben. Jeez.
I know, dude. Give me Mizzou. I'm just reading past it now.
Yes, give me Mizzou.
I picked South Carolina because I was thinking Sellers might be back. If he's not back, it's Mizzou. So,
even if he is back, he's only a week off a concussion. It's give me Mizzou at home.
Yeah, it's hopefully Beamer can get these guys to recover. I haven't paid attention to Missouri.
Beamer's about to be at Virginia Tech next year, so
no, he ain't doing that. He ain't doing that. Would you want to go be standing by the stadium where your daddy's got a statue?
I heard they're
not if my daddy looked like that.
I heard they're going after Mike Vick, man.
Yeah, that's probably more likely than Shane Beamer.
Yeah.
You know why Frank Beamer had that thing on his neck?
Yes.
It's because when he was a kid.
Tell us anyway, though.
He fell into the fireplace and got burned severely, and his family either didn't have a vehicle or had a bad vehicle. And they had to walk him to the hospital. And this is back in the 60s when medical technology for burns wasn't that good. End of story.
Gruden to UCLA. That's an interesting hot take there.
Everybody wants to talk about Gruden. Gruden ain't going to college football. Gruden's using this talk to make money. Gruden ain't going nowhere in college football. He's done. Nobody wants him. It's just talk.
I don't know why people think the Gruden
him.
experiment would work. I don't think that it would, man.
I don't either. Somebody would hire him. If he wanted to coach in college, somebody would hire him.
Right, sure. I just don't think it'll work.
No,
I don't think it will
either.
He
would have been hired already. And it ain't going to happen. It's just talk to help drive contracts.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on, staying in conference, sort of. Florida Gators coming off of a really bad quarterback loss. And I say quarterback loss because that's who lost their game for them last week.
And their coach.
He was brutal.
Yeah. Well, I don't think this one was on.
DJ, you're wearing the blue unis.
Yeah. They go down to face what are they, number 5, number 4? Carson Beck led, Sid the Sloth led Miami Hurricanes. Now, Miami has been getting a ton of hype, man. A lot of hype. They look really good. But I'll remind you, a lot of that hype is being built off the fact that they beat who?
South Florida.
No.
I mean, Ohio. I mean, who's beat anyone?
They beat Notre Dame, who is now a 2-loss team. So,
yeah.
Now look, I think Florida's got some obvious issues. Florida is a better team than they've looked these last 2 weeks.
Should be.
There were some things that happened against USF that might have been out of their control. Now, last week was on DJ Lagway.
Maybe blowing the clock was certainly in their control.
Yeah, that was Napier's clock.
He goes,
that was awful.
If Lagway can play and protect the football, I think Florida can be competitive with Miami.
I think they can be competitive, but I think Miami's going to cover.
So
saying that, I'm taking Miami because I don't want to lose this weekend. But yeah,
Miami.
I wouldn't be surprised if DJ Lagway came out and played a much better game.
I could see that,
and they even pulled off a win.
I could see Cotton. I could see Florida doing this week what I thought they would do last week.
Exactly. Yeah,
sneak in and get a road win.
Same thing.
I'm picking Miami, but if Florida comes in and wins this game, it wouldn't shock me.
Yeah. A night game in Miami, the Hurricanes do not fill that stadium except for Florida State and Florida.
Yeah, upside down. That's exactly it.
The Hurricanes will fill that stadium, and it will be.
He's certainly looking that way.
It'll be good.
Yeah, he was my dark horse Heisman pick, but
He sure was.
He buried that in week 3.
You know, remember Anthony Richardson at Florida? He had
Unfortunately.
he had all the tools to be a really, really good quarterback, but he had a confidence problem. The minute something went wrong in a game for him, he couldn't shake it. And he just kept making mistake after mistake after mistake. DJ Lagway looks like he's got the same problem.
It cost him his NFL gig.
Yeah.
Same tendencies cost Richardson his NFL job for Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he never should have been in there. They took him too high in the draft, and then they started him. It's like clearly he was not a quarterback yet. He couldn't come in the NFL and play.
All right, so that's to my February rant every year about the NFL drafting quarterbacks far too high, far too stupid.
And then they forced to play him because they took him so high, and they have to play him.
They spend too much money, and they have to play them, and they're not ready.
If you're taking a quarterback that high, your team sucks.
Yeah.
So you're putting
and
a
your
rookie.
Team doesn't suck because of
suck
quarterback. Your team sucks because you hadn't built a trenches team. Yeah. Look what Cleveland did when they got Trent Richardson. They couldn't open a hole for nothing.
So
Trent's mind got all screwed because he's getting tackled for the first time in his life.
Bill, I want you to take what you just said, pick it up, and apply it to college football. How often are we playing 5-star quarterbacks like DJ Lagway too early and destroying their confidence?
Because they'll transfer.
Way too early. So look at. Let's go back to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts looked amazing versus USC after he came in, but every completion he had in that game was busted coverage.
Busted coverage, yeah.
And so Alabama struggled the rest of the year, the next year, et cetera. And Jalen took a while to develop. He needed to go to Oklahoma and learn how to be a passer because he tried to be a running back who could throw at Alabama. Tua, all right, prime example of a good quarterback who sat on the bench. Mac Jones.
Yes. Potentially Ty Simpson.
Unless you're talking to Jacob, who said Mac Jones was no good in 2020.
And Jake Coker.
I think Jacob might have just been trying to troll you a little bit.
Jake Coker
He doesn't even know who I am. Why would he try to troll me?
Because that's Jacob.
Jake Coker was great coming out of high school. He goes to Florida State. He's riding the pine behind Jameis Winston. Was it 2 years he's riding the pine? And then he comes to Alabama, and he's got Derrick Henry, and he's got Ardarius Stewart, and who was number 9, the receiver?
Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper. And
Bill tell a 30-minute story and forget Amari Cooper's name.
I know. What the heck, man? Remember when they greased the tracks on
Bill
that
give a
train
Bama history
in
the last 5 years.
Look. There's too many dang good 8s, 9s, 7s, 2s, and 4s. I can't remember every
That's a
day.
fact. That's a fact.
All right. Let's move on. Illinois at Indiana. The Fighting Cignettis is a 5.5 point favorite here. I'm going to go with Indiana. He's a cocky son of a gun, but I actually kind of like Kurt Cignetti. So,
and he's from the Nick Saban coaching tree.
Sure is.
I know nothing about either team, so I'm going with Vegas, and I'm taking Indiana.
That's what I do.
I'm going with the Fighting Ala.
I don't trust old Bielemer. Speaking of Rasputin, this guy pops up everywhere like Chiswick.
Yeah.
Rasputin.
I'm going with Belima.
It's like Wayne Fonts. You remember that with the Lions? That guy sucked every year. He never got fired. They called him Rasputin. You couldn't kill him.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Fighting Bulimia, Illinois.
Fighting bulimia.
All right. Oh, goodness gracious. West Virginia goes on over to face off against Kansas. Kansas is a 13.5 point favorite. The Jayhawks, just because I had a really cool Jayhawk fan follow me this week, I'm going to pick the Jayhawks because I don't know anything about either one of these teams either.
I don't either. I'm just going with Vegas. If I don't know anything about either one, I go with Vegas.
Yeah.
Give me the Jayhawks.
Give me the Jayhawks.
Rock, shock, Jayhawk.
E-Man has a huge game, and Kansas wins.
I'm going with West Virginia, the Fighting Rich Rods.
I forgot Rich Rod was back in the mix.
Who cares?
What was that, 2005? He was there before?
Yeah.
6?
5 and 6.
That's right, because he took the Bama job and his wife vetoed it.
Yep.
And then
because they didn't want to live in a small town in Alabama before they moved to Jacksonville, Alabama.
Jeez, crazy, dude.
Now they're in Morgantown, West Virginia.
Woo! Mountain Mama.
Yes, give me
don't
the
forget,
Jayhawks.
Former Alabama wide receiver Emmanuel Henderson plays for Kansas. He's been having a heck
Well,
of
if
a year.
Joe Test is doing the game, you will definitely know who all the Alabama players are.
That's true. I don't think he is. It's 5
And many times you'll know.
Yeah.
Did anybody know that Roy Dale Williams used to play at Alabama? Did anybody know that?
Did anybody know that?
Anybody remember that?
Yeah, and Mark Ingram's dad was once incarcerated.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I knew
Vern.
that. Yeah.
Vern Lundquist, Mark Ingram up the middle, whose father was once incarcerated.
Yeah.
He's just like every play the whole year.
Job it was once Nick Saban's to go make sure Mark Ingram Sr. was in class at Michigan State.
Yeah, sure was. All right, last one on the docket. We've got the Green Wave of Tulane going over to face off against a sketchy Ole Miss Rebel team who I thought was going to be really good this year, but so far they've been a little rocky. Ole Miss and the Lane Train, 11.5-point favorites. I think they cover, probably win by 14.
Yeah, give me the Rebs.
Yeah, it's at home. The Rebs
At home.
Yeah, Rebs at home.
Rick's picking Tulane.
Oh, Randy, go with Tulane there.
I always say Rick, Randy. I'm sorry, Randy. I'm sorry.
He saw the R in Ruben, and then it got
exactly. It's throwing.
It got him twisted.
Anybody's interested, fourth quarter just started, and Miami's still losing.
Is Sean King still the quarterback at Tulane?
Dude, I have no idea.
Doesn't matter. They're going to lose.
They're going to lose.
And I like their coach. He's former Troy guy. But
they haven't looked great doing it. Be jamming.
What are they, 2-0? 2 or 1-0?
In conference, yeah.
They played 2 conference games?
Yeah.
They beat Kentucky and who else?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Here, let's look.
I'll tell you the team that, and thank God we're not playing them this year, is Texas A&M. They are looking good.
Oh, bro, you ain't kidding. You're not kidding.
They play
Arkansas.
somebody this
They beat
weekend,
Arkansas.
don't they?
They
Don't they play a road? Who does they play this weekend? A&M.
Texas A&M.
Don't they play a big road game this weekend?
I will tell you in a moment.
Or was that last weekend?
They beat Notre Dame last weekend.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
they're
thinking
off.
of.
They're off this weekend. They got
Okay,
Auburn.
I'm
They got
thinking
Auburn.
last weekend. Okay.
They
So
got
Auburn's
Auburn.
got Oklahoma, and then they go at Texas A&M, I think, right?
Auburn
they play
will.
at Texas
Yes.
A&M. So I
Yeah.
think they
Yes,
got back-to-back
are.
road games.
Yeah, and that's going to be tough.
They do look
Hey, Hugh, better work on that golf game.
I ain't
So
saying nothing right now. Season started. I'll talk smack once it's over.
So this, yeah.
No, Nick, they would not. Absolutely
No.
not.
I
Notre
veto
Dame's
that.
never joining a conference because they're not going to give up that NBC money. If they join a conference, they have to cut the NBC contract, and they're not going to do that. And NBC signed them through 2800, the year 2800. So
And
you can forget about
that
Notre Dame
contract-
football ever being in a conference.
NBC gave them that contract in 1971.
Because whoever wants to bring them in is going to have to buy out that NBC contract. And the buyout for that is probably substantial. If NBC is going to give up Notre Dame football, it better be worth it.
And the best part is,
I don't think you're ever going to see that.
we'll see Notre Dame in the playoffs
Yes,
every
Caleb.
8 of 10 years, and they'll still get smoked.
They're 0-2 and they're ranked still. So
Guys, they played for a national championship last year.
And got smoked.
they played in the game. TCU played for one too. Womp
Oh,
womp.
Yeah, TCU
Too
should
soon?
have never been there. Yeah.
TCU shouldn't have been there. Not at all. Maybe Florida State could have played there.
Too
All
soon?
right. No.
Ooh, Jimbo to Florida on a discount. That'd be funny.
No, Jimbo ain't going to Florida. You know who they're going to try to get at Florida?
Alice Galesh.
Lane.
David Koresh.
That ain't. Oh,
Lane, get out of here. Why is Lane everybody's first answer? Like,
I don't understand the hype, man. I really don't.
that guy never won Jack Shack anywhere. And everybody's like, Lane, I want Lane.
Lane is at the exact right place he needs to be. He can go 9 to 10
He'll
wins.
never win anything, and there's
They'll
no
make
pressure
it
there. And if he goes 9 or 10 wins, they'll love him, and that's
He
what's
got back
happening.
with-
You know who
got
I'd
back
love to
with
see?
his
I'd love to
ex-wife.
see him.
It's all good.
I'd love to see him go after Rhett Lashley. That way, if the wheels fall off at the barn and they end up getting rid of Hugh Freeze, they have nowhere to turn because that's their plan right now. What's up,
yes.
Bo?
What's up, Bo?
Let's give Bo a big
Bo.
round of applause. One of our
Um,
way outside members.
I
But Lane's wife is a Gator.
I'm with you, Ruben. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm not on the Lane train at all. But Lane's wife is
was.
a Gator, and the Gators got money.
I liked him as our OC. I like the guy. I mean, I don't dislike Lane, but you know, everybody thinks Lane's going to walk into Alabama and suddenly it's going to change the world.
Well, you know what Lane did at Alabama?
Roll Tide.
Lane's not a recruiter; he's a play caller, and that's what Florida State's doing with Gus.
That's why he's a portal guy. He just portals every year.
Gus is a play caller. They put him. He's not a recruiter. He doesn't develop talent. He's a play caller. Lane he can develop a quarterback and he can play calls, but Lane ain't going to waste time on the road. So that's what you get with Lane Kiffin.
Anyway,
hold on. I want to do this. Randy, we did pick West Virginia, Kansas. I think everybody picked Kansas except for Bill, right?
Yep. West Virginia.
Bill took West Virginia.
Now, Wyoming, Colorado is interesting. I would love to know what the line is on that. I'm leaning Colorado, but I would not be shocked if Wyoming won that game.
Let me look it up.
I'd say Wyoming in that one. I'd take Wyoming there.
Let's go. What conference is that? The Big 14 or something? Wyoming at Colorado, and Colorado is a 13.5 point favorite. Wyoming's 2-1 and Colorado's 1-2. I think I'd go with Colorado because it is at home.
Yeah, I'm going with Wyoming in an upset.
It's not officially on our list. Randy, see, I almost did it again. Randy, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go Wyoming.
That's what I said. I'll take
love the helmet.
Oh, you did, Jeff? I'm sorry.
It's my favorite helmet, the Cowboy on the Bucket Bronco.
That is a cool helmet.
All right.
Thank you all the chat for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys. Y'all are awesome, man. Y'all are the reason we do this every week. It's just a good time hanging out with you. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night. We got a lot of content coming out this weekend. We'll probably hop in live on Saturday to do some reactions to what happens during the day. Next Thursday night, we'll go even deeper. We'll dive even deeper into the Alabama-Georgia game with Randy from How About Them Dogs podcast. Should be pretty good. We'll be picking that game, of course. I won't be here next Thursday. I will make sure we've got folks in-house so that Jeff is not just sitting here.
We should have segments. I'll post the link to join in the chat, and then I'll have 10-minute guest host segments.
Yeah, J-Bake, if you can, man, just help.
What do y'all think about that, chat? If I put the link to join in, would y'all behave enough to hop in the show for guest hosts for 10 minutes?
We'd have fun.
You'd have to be very picky. We got a J-Bake in the house that can help kind of keep everybody reeled in. Also, hey, J-Bake, man, sorry to hear about your, the loss, man. We're all praying for you and got you in our thoughts and prayers.
Prayers up, man.
Of course. So, hope you all enjoy your stress-free college football weekend since Bama doesn't play. Looking forward to the Georgia week. Should be fun. And
enjoy hate watching with the clean conscience this week.
Yeah, absolutely. As always, you know the drill before we leave. Say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands, hug somebody's neck this week. Horns down. Beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.
And roll